Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to make a mask. This is for personal use, just going to the grocery store or whatnot if you need to wear a mask. I like it because these little ear loops are made from an old t-shirt and they're a lot softer on your ears than elastic. So let's get started. You need a piece of fabric that is 7.5 inches this direction and 16 inches the long way. And you'll also need 2 strips from an old t-shirt, and they're 1 by 6, so 2 of those. So what I did with the t-shirt, I just had a t-shirt and then I would just cut a 1-inch strip, and then I cut that into the length, the 6-inch length. So to get started, we're going to fold our fabric in half, just like this, with the right sides together, and we're going to just finger press up here. And then we're going to take our little loops. You're going to be, open it back up and put the loop in just a little bit below that crease right here. Okay, and we'll do one there, and we'll do one on this side. Okay, now the tricky part is it needs to stretch a little bit to get down here. So as we sew it, it's going to bunch up, but we're going to have to straighten it out a little bit, but it'll work. So don't put it all the way down to the bottom here. You're going to want to leave about 1/2 inch or maybe a little bit more on the bottom where you pin that loop. So you're going to have that, and it's going to kind of bunch up on you, and that's okay. So we're going to take this one and do the same thing on this side. Okay, so now we're going to fold our fabric back together and we're going to sew it. So as we go, we're going to have to hold this straight. We're going to do 1/4 inch seam allowance, and we'll just get it started in there, and let's see, make sure that's flat. We'll pull out that first little pin. Okay, and then we will just repeat on the opposite side. Be a little bit tricky to get this to lay flat because you're stretching it out. But just do your best and try to make sure it gets caught in the seam. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to flip it right side out, and basically we're just going to have kind of a big square with the loops on the side at this point. So I grab my iron, just going to flatten it out along the sides, get those seams pressed flat. Now, what I like to do on this bottom part, you're just going to tuck it in to itself. So it's going to have about 1/4 inch or so, give or take, and you just tuck it in on itself, and then you're going to iron that flat so that you can sew it in place easily. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to sew this shut right here, using 1/4 inch seam allowance again. Okay, so next we need to make some pleats in it. So you're going to take your fabric, you're going to make a little pinch and fold it down over the top and pin it in place on both sides. And then we'll do that same thing again. So we'll take it and we'll kind of pinch right here and fold it down like that. Now your final mask from here to here should be approximately 4.5 inches. It doesn't have to be exact. 4.5. So we're a little bit under. So I'm going to make that pleat smaller on the bottom. So there's about 4.5. So it doesn't have to be exact, but that's just kind of what I found works pretty good. Okay, so we have them pinned. We're just going to make a seam on this side and a seam on this side, and then we're done. Again, it will be a 1/4 inch seam allowance.